evening and welcome to the Voices of Change. This show, we are going to show you how you can have the best new year. We're going to give you some ideas.
Right. I look forward to it.
So we're going to talk about all different aspects of your life and talk about those things, and hopefully they can help and assist you in making this the best new year. You know what's so good about this year too?
What's that?
Voices of Change is changing to a new time slot.
We're changing.
We're changing. We're going to be on, instead of on Wednesdays at 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
I think we like that 6 p.m.
Yeah.
We're going to be on Sundays.
All right.
Sunday Fun Day at 6 p.m. So
Cool.
that means people have time to go to church.
Yep.
And do everything they need to do. And it's before Housewives of Atlanta for those that watch that.
There are a few I
So
know.
6 p.m. is a perfect time slot. So Voices of Change will be on starting 13th
All right.
at 6 p.m.
Put that in your calendar. It's going to be fun.
6 p.m. It'll be fun. A big shout out to our partners, GV Entertainment, Oda Enterprises, and of course, what is it? Almost tax time?
Yeah.
Great tax service.
Of course.
We're going to talk about that money thing too when it comes to planning for the new year. I always start my show off with scripture. For today, it's from 1 Chronicles 16:8, and it goes, "A blessing for you because the Lord your God loves you."
Amen.
And that's a good way to start the new year, knowing that you're covered by him.
Yes.
Now, Elliot, for those of the audience that may have just tuned in or may tune in on the rebroadcast, I want you to tell them about yourself.
Oh. How many years have we done this? Okay.
What? We may have newbies. You just never yet. Come on now.
Read the bio. No, there's no bio. I always say I'm nobody important. I'm just a little old me. You know, I'm a singer, songwriter, musician, a good friend of Janice.
Singer, songwriter, musician, educator. Come on. Composer.
Yeah, all of that good stuff. You know, Jay loves to hype me up a lot.
I'm just recording artist.
You were working on that. That's something.
Well, you have the one EP out. So
I know, right?
Oh my gosh.
You know, I hate to talk about myself, but you know, there's a lot going on. But I'm just me. You know, look it up. You'll find stuff.
Look it up. Oh no!
You didn't Google it.
Did you tell somebody to Google you?
Google me.
Well, we're going to start off today. We're going to kick off a quick news you can use segment. It's only going to be a couple news stories. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. For those of you just tuning in, call someone, let someone know, share. Give us some likes and some hearts, and we'll be right back on Voices of Change. For those just tuning in, you're listening to the Voices of Change only on Intellectual Radio, and this is the news you can use. When she heard the pop of gunfire, LaPortia Washington threw her body over her eldest daughter in the front seat, shielding her during a Sunday morning coffee run with her children. "Get down," she screamed to the 3 other daughters she couldn't protect in the back seat. Gunfire from a pickup nearby shattered her driver's side window. 7-year-old Jasmine Barnes was killed on Sunday morning. She had been shot in the head in the incident that happened in the Houston area. A man in a red pickup truck pulled up next to the car and opened fire in the unprovoked shooting. The killing has shattered a Texas family, traumatizing one sister who witnessed it all, and sparked a search for the suspect. The person who shot the gun was white. The family was black.
Mercy.
I am so tired of these stories.
Here we go, 2019.
No, but the thing about it is they were just driving to go get some coffee. A car comes alongside of them and starts shooting.
Like, no place is safe. It's terrible. Here we are again.
Long-serving member of Chicago City Council was placed into police custody after a victim stated that a verbal argument took place between him and his wife. Alderman Ricardo Munoz was arrested by Chicago police Wednesday in connection with a domestic violence incident that took place on New Year's Eve, according to police. The long-serving member of the Chicago City Council was placed into police custody after a victim states that a verbal argument took place between him and his wife. In that alleged argument, police said it was reported that he pushed and struck his wife. He was taken into custody without incident at his office in the 2500 block of South St. Louis. Unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
I mean, not being there, who knows what happened.
Yeah.
They say he pushed her and he hit her too, I guess. He struck his wife. Anyway, here we go again. A Florida man was booked on battery charges this week after he physically assaulted a McDonald's worker during a dispute over a straw, an incident that has sparked outrage across social media. The drama unfolded just after 6:50 p.m. at the McDonald's restaurant in St. Petersburg, Florida. The 54-second clip shows a white male customer reach across the counter and grab a black female employee by her shirt, prompting the young woman to deliver several blows to the customer's head. So apparently he was ticked off because he drove up there. He wanted a straw. I guess the protocol was he should have gotten the straw at a different window. So he got mad and tried to pull it through the window.
See, we better leave folk alone.
Wait. What? That's why she went after him.
Look,
20 years old, but she went after him.
Play with these people.
In the video, the customer is seen approaching the counter before reaching over and pulling the woman out by her collar. The young woman dukes it out with the unruly patron for several seconds before fellow employees pulled her away. The man managed to escape before authorities arrived, but not before assaulting another worker in the restaurant.
Come on.
He was crazy about that straw. The defendant was being escorted out of business by management due to him battering another employee and causing a disturbance. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Could you imagine working at a McDonald's? You're working there. Somebody comes and say, "Could I have a straw? Could I have an extra cup?" And you tell them, "Well, you got to go to the next window," and they pull you out.
See, people are crazy. This time of year, people are, they get crazy at the beginning of the year, the end of the year. So you never know.
Yeah, but there was a quick minute when people were nice, like right before Christmas and on Christmas Day. Like the week before, everybody was really nice and smiling. And then after that, it just, I don't know.
They just snap.
Black woman who played an integral role in pushing space exploration and technology forward is finally receiving the credit that she deserves. Dr. Gladys West, the mathematician who helped create the Geographical Positioning System, or GPS, was recently inducted into the Air Force Space and Missile Pioneers Hall of Fame. Right. So, did you know a black woman with a GPS?
It would be a woman that makes it, of course, and a black woman at that. Because they always say men, we don't like to ask for directions.
Oh yeah. Wait.
And then some women are easily lost sometimes when they drive.
Are you trying to signify now? Or wait, are you?
Women,
because I don't know east, north, south, west, whatever.
Well, at least you admit to it. I wasn't talking about you. I'm just saying. Some women get lost easily. So maybe
I do. I don't know what happened. I mean, I would always do just enough in school to get good grades, but I never really.
That's a hot mess.
I know it really.
That's terrible. No, I would teach my South Side friends. I said, you all cannot come to the West Side because you all get lost.
I do.
They're like, well, we got names and numbers. I said, but if you know on the West Side what 100th Street is, you can't get lost.
But I get that. Chicago's mapped out beautifully. I don't have to get lost here. But when you go to other cities, like the cities in a circle, and if you don't know South or Indianapolis, I'm there a lot.
Yeah.
That 465 Joker. Oh my gosh. Or Atlanta even. I mean, when you go to these different cities that we're mapped out really nice.
Yeah.
Just like you said, when the numbers go up, numbers go down, whatever.
Yeah,
But if you don't know directionally, and what's really embarrassing, you're in front of a classroom of 3rd and 4th graders.
Oh no.
And you're trying to articulate to them what's south and what's north.
And they're like, not gonna work. Nope.
Oh my gosh.
No, ma'am.
I am going to have to take the time to really learn that.
Yeah.
That's one thing I just didn't get.
The 2 streets that divide the city of Chicago, north, south, east, and west. You're supposed to know it.
Okay, so if you're sitting here, tell me which way is north.
I'm sitting here.
Yes.
North is, hold on.
And how do you know?
Because of where I came in, because that's the entrance. This is Roosevelt here behind us.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so this is east and west. So north is this way. If I'm not mistaken. Yep.
I know that. I knew that. I knew that. Okay, so we're talking about those poor fast food workers. I'm feeling kind of sorry for them. In Oklahoma City, police are searching for a man who fired several shots through a Taco Bell drive-through window when he didn't get the taco sauce he wanted. I'm
Oh, what is
sorry.
going on?
They're going crazy.
The
Wait,
mental issues are showing up.
Have you
That's what
seen
this
that
is. The mental issues.
Netflix movie? It's called
Bird
Bird
Box.
Box,
Yes, I just watched it New Year's Day actually.
where everyone was kind of going cray cray, and then
Yeah.
what I thought was a demonic spirit. Now, someone, I hope he may be listening. Someone told me it had a spiritual flavor, and I said there was nothing spiritual about that movie to me.
It was.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't spiritual like that. It may have been more of a.
Of a what? Please help me.
I wouldn't even call it a spiritual thing, but it was something there.
What? Those shadows making people crazy?
Yeah.
That was spiritual.
Well, not spiritual in the way that we would think about it, but it's a sense of it. It was definitely interesting. And I'm like,
it was demonic, and it
was very demonic.
It bothered me. She had, oh man, they had those over there. She couldn't see, and there she's going through, particularly when they were on the river. And when the little boat capsized, I'm like, oh my God.
But see, my friend, he flipped it. He said, this is a faith movie because these people were traveling by faith. You can't see anything. You just got to follow what you hear. And it was all about, not being able to see.
I understand that traveling by faith, even though I don't think I heard one time in the movie, even when they capsized, where she said, oh God, oh Lord, oh whatever.
Oh, no, you're not going to hear that.
Why?
Because it wasn't that kind of thing.
Okay.
Even though it could have been, that wasn't what they were going for, clearly.
Okay.
Or maybe they want you to make that connection without them having to put it out there.
They didn't put it out there. So what I saw were the shadows making the people go crazy. Yeah. That was demonic to me. But okay.
We'll come back to it.
Okay.
We'll come back to it because it is something.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Anyway, with the Taco Bell, it happened at a Taco Bell in Oklahoma City. It appears that there was some type of confrontation with an employee through the drive-thru. A man was complaining about not getting enough sauce or not getting any taco sauce and was very upset. According to police, the suspect then fired at least one round through the drive-thru window. Now, I'm trying to look at it both ways because there's been times when I've been at fast food places and they don't want to give you ketchup or they don't want to give you extra anything. I'm not saying to shoot around.
I'm sorry.
But I'm saying sometimes it is frustrating when you think you're paying.
But that frustrating for you to open up a round?
No,
sauce
that's cray. I do understand that.
You are supposed to get taco sauce. Now,
I know how it is when I go to Wendy's with my chili and I don't get that chili sauce and they don't have any. Take the chili back and give me my money.
I mean, do that.
So maybe
I'm a different kind of person. I guess I'm like, look.
What?
I don't know. I'm different.
Different how?
But you know what? Well, it speaks to a certain kinds of things. I've been listening to some things lately, and they're like in general relationships, women are more aggressive about certain things, and men are more passive about certain things.
Really?
Yeah. Or men tend to be more passive about certain things. And so, whereas I may be like, well, it's just chili. I got chili. I'm good. You're like, oh, I want all of this.
Well, it doesn't taste like I want it to taste if it doesn't have the sauce, so I don't want it.
Right. And see, I don't care either way because I'm not like, and I mean, it's everything is different based on the situation. I get it. You want it to be a certain thing because you want that sauce to help your chili taste the way you want to taste.
I kind of want to get back to women are more aggressive in some aspects than
men
are. I definitely want to get back to that. And I'm kind of understanding you're very strategic. We were in the car a couple of days ago and you had Moody on and said, you need to listen to this. So now I've been listening to Moody and being very, very calm down. So thank you. Thank you so much on some things, except the sauce on my chili. On Wednesday, a Cincinnati, Ohio police officer was suspended after he was caught on body cam video calling a black woman a nigger. The woman officer, Dennis Barnett, arrested at a nightclub on Saturday and called the racial slur, happened to be the daughter of NAACP board member Yolanda Miles. Whatever. Anyway, this is just another story about something else happening. I'm so tired of these racially streaked stories. I'm so tired of this happening time after time after time again. I'm not insensitive to it. It's something that needs to stop. But now it's happening. You have people stopping people in hotels for talking to their mother. Did you hear about that one?
No, I didn't.
There was a young man at a DoubleTree hotel. He was on the phone in the lobby talking to his mother. and they asked him to leave. No, the security guard asked him if he was there, and he showed him the car, the key card.
Yeah.
And he kept talking. Then they asked him to leave,
Oh wow.
and he kept talking on the phone like, I paid, I have a key card, why should I leave? Security escorted him to his room, and they were walking him out the door. Apparently, somebody got it on video. To make a long story short, the people who did it got fired. He was actually staying there. He had a key card. He showed the key card. He was in the lobby talking to his mother. I mean, what?
Doing too much.
No, you're doing one thing.
Well, I mean, they're doing too much.
They are really. I think this was in Portland. You've been to Portland?
No.
It's
which ironically, I do want to do some traveling this year.
Yeah, that's something that we're going to talk about with ideas.
Great.
Pop news. We don't have Miss Shimmy Shamel
here.
Shimmy,
you love us hanging, baby.
So I had to kind of create some pop news. It's kind of hard, but I created some. Well, I just thought about things that maybe kind of for the younger generation. And this one really isn't. This is for any generation.
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish bombs New Year's show. Everyone heard about that.
Yeah.
She even admitted to it. But you've done shows before. Have you ever felt like you bombed?
Yeah.
I think everybody
has.
It's like, oh, that wasn't too good.
But I mean, everybody has their day because Tiffany Haddish is like on the top right now. Like everything.
She's hilarious.
She's in the upcoming Lego movie that's coming out in a couple of months, I think. She's one of the voices in the new Lego movie, and it's like, oh my goodness.
Well, you know what? I'm just glad that she admitted it. Like, you know what? Yeah, okay, that was a bad show. I bombed. Then she ended up drinking with her fans.
I mean, well, what else you going? That's Tiffany Haddish. What else you going to do?
Yeah, what else you going to do? I bombed it. So what? Baby news: Kobe Bryant and his wife are expecting baby number 4.
Wow. There's always time.
Yeah. Rapper Kanye West and Kim Kardashian are also expanding their family. The couple is expecting their fourth child via surrogate. So they're having baby number 4 too.
Interesting. So did she?
I wonder. Oh, I shouldn't even say that.
Oh, don't. Whatever.
No, I'm just wondering about. Okay, because they have 3 other kids, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna have a surrogate with a kid, right? So anyway,
we're not doing that. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
A little over a month after Toni Braxton revealed she lost her diamond engagement ring, a $5 million ring, I may add, given to her by then fiance Birdman, the Unbreak My Heart singer hinted that the two have called off their upcoming wedding.
Well,
that relation. What are you gonna say?
I'm like, when you don't just lose
a $5 million
an engagement ring. Period. You just don't lose an engagement ring. Any other ring, I can see that, it may have come off your finger and transition from doing one thing to
How come you can't lose an engagement ring? I mean, think about it. When you're
engagement ring, though.
Well, maybe when you take off your jewelry in your room.
Why? Okay, but who takes off their engagement ring like that, though?
If you got a $5 million ring, it's a big stone. You don't want to scratch yourself, so you take it off before you go to bed.
Okay, and you know where you put it. So if that's the case, it should still be in the same place in the morning.
So what do you think she did? Pawned it?
No, I don't think she probably went that far. She may have lost it and didn't bother to find it.
Or maybe she lost it because she didn't want to give it back. No, I'm just joking.
Well, either or. You lost that mug and you ain't been trying to find it, and that was your way of saying you don't want to be married to this man.
Oh my gosh.
Call a thing.
Well, the whole thing about it was he told her last year that we got to get married by the end of this year. That's it. People kind of, we're going to get married. Oh, we're going to get married.
And how long they been?
I don't know. That was
he said that, not her.
Yeah, he told her last year that they should get married, that he wants to be married by the end of 2018.
Wow.
So they're broken up now. Needless to say. Beyonce and Jay-Z, they're encouraging fans to be vegan.
Here we go.
Well, I mean, I see the pluses and the minuses of that, but someone said, but they have enough money for their vegan meals to taste like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Come on now, please. Get over it.
Black history was made at the 2019 Tournament of Roses Parade in California on Tuesday as multiple historically Black college and university HBCU marching bands participated in the renowned procession in Pasadena. Not only did one HBCU marching band lead the storied parade in the 130th annual installment, but the parade grand marshal was none other than Chicago's singing legend, Chaka Khan.
Yeah.
And if all that wasn't enough, Kool and the Gang sang its signature hit, Celebration.
Kool and the Gang still singing. Man.
While riding on one of the parade floats. To top it all off, the president of this year's Tournament of Roses was Gerald Freeney, a Black man. The first time in the parade's 130-year history that this has happened.
Wow.
And that's the news you can use only on Voices of Change, Intellectual Radio. We're going to be back and we're going to talk about making this your best year ever with ideas on how you can do that. We'll be right back.
All right.
For those just tuning in, you're listening to the Voices of Change only on Intellectual Radio. I have a few people who have made comments, and I appreciate that. Give me some hearts. Make as many comments as you want. From Richard Give and Take, cuz it says end of days can't even protect the babies, and you're right. You are so right. Katie Lowe, we love you too, and Katie Lowe has a show right here on Intellectual Radio that you should definitely tune into.
Katie Lowe in the know.
Katie Lowe. Katie Lowe, from what I understand, she was at the Crown Plaza spending her New Year's Eve. Not to tell your business, I saw it on Facebook.
Ooh.
Richard Givens, mental health care issues. You're right. You're right. Yeah.
Beating up people at McDonald's and fast food restaurants. That's mental. It's mental.
But you know what? I also heard about there was a shopping mall where there was like 300 people were in a fight. And I heard that right after I watched Bird Box, and I'm like, ooh.
So, matter of fact, so let's talk about that first, since you brought that up.
Okay, give me just one minute. I'm gonna read a few more.
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia Renee Oda, who is well, I only said her whole name because that's your friend, the Huggy Bear.
Your sister, though.
Hello, Jan. Cynthia, no connection at all. I agree. Rafandia, hey, thank you, Rafandia. Mary Anderson, hey, Mary. Mary was the star on here the other week when she sung
Quite Contrary.
And someone sent me a message saying, could you sing that sometime before Christmas again on Facebook?
Ooh.
I sent it to Mary, but I didn't see where she did it, so I guess she didn't.
Mary, you got to go live and sing it for you. Got some fans on Facebook.
Yeah, who want to hear it. Now, Bird Box. Bird Box. Okay, so in my opinion, I did not see the spiritual aspect of it. I know, you know who said they heard this, they saw the spiritual aspect?
Who?
Khalid. And I said, really? I saw nothing spiritual about that. So you said you did too.
I mean, it's something. I guess because you may not see the spiritual aspect because we're looking for, named things. We're looking for God and Jesus and angels or whatever.
No.
So,
okay.
On a general standpoint, we're looking for that. But it's still a spiritual thing going on because number one, you have these shadows that are appearing. That may be that.
Those were demonic.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm about to say. So you have these demonic things that are coming in that are turning people crazy and causing them to commit suicide, which is very interesting because 2018 was filled with a lot of suicides.
2018.
If you look through the news of 2018, you had a lot of famous people and then a lot of not so famous people committing suicide or being killed at some point unjustly. And it's like something just came over them. And it's not always depression, but in the movie, if you've seen it, they're like, I need for you to see. It's beautiful. You ought to see this. And it's like, you should see this look at it, they go and commit suicide. Now, again, your sister said that there's no connection at all to the spiritual and this movie. I don't believe it's a direct connection. It's not, again, the connection that we probably would make, but it's something to pay attention to, that there's something that other than just, we always put everything on the mental. Everything can't always be mental.
Okay. Okay.
Some of it can be, that causes people to get to this place where they want to kill themselves.
But wasn't that the little shadowy demonic
Yeah.
spirits?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We sometimes we say it's mental and not necessarily a mental thing that puts us in the
Oh, I see what you're
state.
saying.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
It
I can agree with that.
it could very well be it. Some people say it's a chemical imbalance. It's a
Yeah,
bunch of
and
things.
it could be all
It
that,
could be a spiritual thing
but
too,
it could be
a
a spiritual
demonic
demon.
thing.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
just like we believe that the Lord talks to us, the devil talks to you too.
I agree with that.
And it's all about where your faith is and what and whom you decide to listen to at the time.
Oh, so when you're saying spiritual, you're not necessarily okay. So when you're saying spiritual, you're looking at demonic spirits or
Yeah,
whatever.
spiritual is
Okay.
spiritual.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
not I'm not erring on the side of holiness and holy and angelic things. I'm dealing with spiritual just at its core. There's evil spirits and good spirits.
And that was spiritual warfare at its best.
Yes.
And Richard Givens, my cousin, who's supposed to be on my side, saying, "Tell M. Elliott, Richard." Okay. Okay. Cynthia, when you look at that, when you look at like that, people are crazy and confused. It was a metaphor. Okay. Well,
I mean,
that's
hey,
interesting. Interesting.
everybody can watch it with something different, so it's not
Yeah.
altogether a bad thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, when I saw it, it was kind of disturbing to me.
It was. That's why
It
I'm
was kind of
like,
disturbing to me. So,
I
but
was like, all right, I watched it. I'm going to bed.
speaking of disturbing, I was talking with someone last night, and I said they're going to do this 3-part series on R. Kelly. Have you heard about
Oh
it
yeah.
on Lifetime? What?
Oh, here we go,
No,
Father.
I'm no. I think it starts tomorrow, Thursday. I
Something
think.
like that.
I
Yeah.
think it's Thursday, and I was saying, I'm gonna have to watch that.
I don't think I even want to watch it.
That's what the person
I
told
don't
me.
think I want to see
She
this.
said, Janice, why do you
Because
want?
we've seen this live and in person. We may get more details
Yeah,
than
but
we've
we
had.
don't. Do we know what's true? What's factual? I mean, is okay.
We
Okay.
don't know, and I don't know what this is going to do for anybody. But it's going to upset more people. Excuse me. It's going to upset other people. It's going to disturb other people. It's going to, I guess, bring some truth to whatever lies are out there. I don't know.
Okay. Do you think whatever's found out, and even if he's guilty of some of the heinous things that they're saying that he's done to young women, do you think that his career should be taken down because of it? I'm just asking your opinion.
I don't think well, this is what I feel. Your career and the things that happen to you are never taken from you. You give them away when you do things of that nature.
Okay.
When you do things that are contrary to who you're supposed to be, it's not taken away from them. You're handing it to people at that point.
When you consistently do it, not
When
just once,
right? When
and
you
got away with it twice, got away with it. You
right. When you
consistently do it.
consistently do things that are contrary to who you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to live or what have you, you're giving away your life. You're giving away your career.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever happens because you no longer respect who you are and what you stand for and what you have, because you're just doing heinous things that people are saying he's doing. If you're doing it, if in fact he has done it, you've given it away. Nobody, I don't believe they take it away. You handed it over.
So okay.
Just my opinion. Because if we always say, well, they can't give it, they can't take it away. In a sense, okay, the people made you who you are because you sang and they supported you and they became your fans and they stayed with you even though you you started. He kind of started telling on himself anyway, because you notice his music started. He came out being freaky anyway, but it got more freaky as things went by. So he started telling on himself, and we just thought it was cute. I'm like, no, the stuff y'all thinking is cute and fun and all that make a good song. No, he doing that stuff, and now you want to be appalled. Now you want to be offended.
Oh, and I was jamming the bump and grind.
Right. He came out like that, so you can't really be mad at whatever you hear at this point because he told you who he came out.
What is this? An Elliott cheerleader session or something? Cynthia's going, tell it, Elliot. I'm about tired of you guys. And Cynthia is my blood sister, I guess. And she said,
You're so
I
funny.
stand to be corrected. She said, we will never know someone else's truth. Thank you, Cynthia. Mm. Anyway, so
But I mean, you asked, so you
yeah,
know.
yeah, no, but that's something that we're going to probably talk about in the future
I'm
because
sure.
it comes on tomorrow. So next week, that's probably because then
Yeah.
all three parts will be on by the time we come on
Mm,
January 13th,
January
Sunday at
13th,
6
6
p.m.
p.m.
We'll be talking about
Hey.
Ira Kelly.
Ara. Robert Ara
Ira Kelly.
Kelly.
So everyone is looking forward to this year and changing things and making things. Last year we had these same attitudes. Everyone had a list about we're going to do this, and this.
Hmm.
I'm not going to talk about resolutions, and I'm not going to so much talk about what I'm planning on doing. I just want to be about it. So
Yeah.
today I'm
Yeah.
just to give ideas of what people can possibly think about doing to make this the best year. One of the first two things that I want to talk about to start off is take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, meaning that you should have regular doctor visits and you should
Hmm.
have the follow-ups.
Yes.
Like someone always, do you know your numbers?
Yeah.
You should know
You
your
should know them.
numbers. And this is at any age. I mean, people are dropping 30, 40, 50. You should know it at any age. Regular,
Yes.
take care of yourself.
Yes.
Sometimes, particularly women, we
Mm.
get so overwhelmed with taking care of the kids. If you have a loved one, a spouse, if someone's sick, if you have a parent, and you kind of neglect yourself.
It's so interesting that you should mention that because you remind me of a conversation I was having with my sister-in-law over the holiday,
Hmm.
and I think she said that she was studying religion. Um, in school. She's taking a class. She's a
Okay.
doctor and everything. She's very, very well respected. Anyway, she thought to study religion because she said I guess in the thing that she read, somebody had done a research on black women in the church, and I hope
Hmm.
I'm saying all this right. They did a research on black women in the church with diabetes and women that were not religious and not going to church. Um, who were diabetic, and how these women in the church really fared so much better in their diabetic state than women who didn't, because church was a place of release for them. It was a place of faith for them. So they had something to help them deal with it. Whereas women outside of the church didn't necessarily do that well with their diabetes.
Hmm.
But it goes to show that again, men and women alike need to take care of themselves and to look after themselves, go to the doctor, all those things they
You
need to be
do.
doing.
We have to take care. And the second thing, you have to take care of yourself. And that may be something that you may want to mention about spirituality. If one believes in God, Buddha, or whatever,
Yes.
that may be something that you may want to inject. But another thing is that I'm an advocate of, particularly recently, is start a savings plan.
Yeah.
I used to be one of those people when I was in my 20s or whatever who would walk around with a $400 purse and not $20 in the bank. That's just stupid. We should start a savings plan. First of all,
Yes.
the first thing to do if you don't have anything is first of all start off saving 15%. Then when you build up where you have 6 months of living expenses in the bank, then you need to start a savings plan to invest so your money can grow. I
Yes.
mean, people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, how many have an investment plan? How many have CDs or money markets or mutual
Right.
funds
Right.
or
Not too
even
many.
something basic like life insurance?
Right.
You see up and down the timeline, GoFundMe. And I'm not talking about young
Yes.
people 18 or 9. I'm talking about, GoFundMe, even life insurance, basic things. Get your money plan
Yeah. Get
together.
it together.
If you want to have a good new year and a good year thereafter, we have to be forward thinking.
Yes. Very
We
much
have
so.
to be proactive, not reactive.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Mr. Elliott?
I totally agree. I want to add something to that. Something for those of us who are computer savvy and maybe not. You still may want to try it. You may want to start a blog. It's a great way to start the new year, and register a domain if you can, and pay for it if you got the money. But this will allow you to do things like to express yourself and to create a portfolio of your work. Those of you all who are particularly artists, like visual artists, uh, um, fine arts artists, vocalists and all that. People who chefs who cook. And, we've had a chef on the show a couple of times, Chef Javon, who we were at a holiday function not long ago, and they were asking them, "Do you have pictures of your food or whatever?" And this and the third. So it would be good for anybody, if you have a business or whatever, start a blog, start. sharing your things. That's how people find out about you. So having a blog would be pretty cool.
I can agree with that, and I could probably add to it to have that 30-second elevator speech
Yeah,
to
yeah.
really be able to promote yourself. Most of us, me included, we're not real good at promoting ourselves. Now
Yeah,
I can promote anybody. I can
yeah.
promote a dog on the street.
But
But
can't
when it
promote
comes
me.
no, but
I'm
promote
the same way,
but I
clearly.
it's like because you feel like you're bragging or boasting or something, but
Yeah,
we have to
yeah.
be able to have that 30-second elevator speech because you have to always be in a state of readiness.
Yes,
If you're an artist, just like you were saying, if you're
yes.
an artist, you have to always have that song ready because you just never know. We
Yeah,
always have to be in a state of readiness.
yeah.
Go ahead, Elliot.
Another one is to volunteer.
Mm.
Set a resolution to do good for others in the upcoming year. After all, you won't just be benefiting from those who help, you'll also be benefiting yourself. So volunteering, going to the homeless shelters and the soup kitchens and, helping out wherever you see fit. It's a good feeling to volunteer. We normally save that for the holidays, but if you do it anytime during the year, it's always good. Everybody's doing it during the holidays, but do it in the middle of the summertime. You never know.
Yeah, and it does make you feel good.
It
When you
does.
volunteer, you feel like, oh, I've done something.
Mhm.
This one is write a business plan. I'm always talking about the business, right? Write a business plan. Make it the year that you stop thinking about starting a business. I think all of us have a business in our heart. And if you don't have a business in your heart, you don't need to write a business plan. But if you have a business in your heart, write a business plan because once you put it on paper, that's what make it come into action. That's
Yeah.
what make it come into fruition. So
Yes.
write a business plan. Another one that I have to add, I'm not just all business, is to play more.
Yeah.
Do you know some of those games? They're so relaxing, and you should just play more. Play is an important source of relaxation and stimulation for adults. In addition, it can make you more creative and more productive. There's this one game that I play on my telephone, and I swear to God, it has improved my eye-hand coordination.
Really.
Yeah, I'm serious because you're always trying to. So playing is fun.
It
I'm
is.
talking about like playing games.
No, I know what you mean. No,
Playing is
uh,
fun.
no. Like the thing I enjoy about going to my sister's house for Christmas, we always have like this big, big, big fun, big party or whatever. And so there are two games that we play, and my sister's quite creative. She's hilarious though. Um, it was like two of the same games, but they were done differently. So one I would consider the game where it would be like gambling, but it's not. It was called left, right, center, where you had three die and you roll the dice and whatever you had. Either you had two right or two left, but everybody had to have like three of a coin or three of a dollar or whatever. So like you had three $5 bills or three quarters, three dimes, whatever you had when the dice came to you. If you had two to the right and one to the left or one in the center, you would hand two of your dollars to the left and one to the right. And at some point, either you have all the money or you have no money. But it was always fun.
Well, it is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it was very wonderful. Then the other game we did was pretty much the same thing. She had a bunch of gag gifts that she gave out. So
Hmm.
we all got in a big circle and she told the story. She said, when I say left, put put your gift to the left. If I say right, put it to the right. If I say turn, turn around. And so she would do all this long story where I came and turned left. And then we went right. No, 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 we went left. And then make a turn. And then after it was all over, whatever gift you had, which is probably one of the gifts you started with, you ended up with some weird gift. But it was always fun. So it's always good to have those games. It's always
It
fun.
when I was growing up, we always played. My dad loved to play. Have you ever heard of chess? It's like
Yes.
chess.
Yes.
I mean, he was so strategic. I could never beat him.
Yeah, that is a
He
very
was so,
strategic.
and then they would play chess. Obviously, they played
Yes.
checkers and chess. We played Monopoly.
Yeah.
And it there's some instruction with those games. Games are fun.
They
I think
are.
we kind of took that out of family life. I mean, a lot of families still do it,
Yeah.
but a lot of times everyone's so into the one-on-one games instead of the
Yeah.
family type games. So those are fun.
Go play Taboo or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, another good one for 2019 is stop
Oh
procrastinating.
my gosh,
Oh,
that's yeah.
I think all of us can benefit from that one. If you don't achieve your goals this year, procrastination was the likely culprit. Make 2019 the year that you stop procrastinating and start getting things done. This will help you to ensure that you won't be sitting there at the end of the next year wondering why you never got things done. For me, that's a big deal. I am a planner just I'm gonna write stuff down. And so the way to kind of stop yourself from procrastinating when you have big things, I know for me, I have to write down small things that'll lead up to the big things. Okay, this month I'm gonna do this. This month I'm gonna do this. I even get specific. Okay, this day I'm going to do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, knowing that I have a bigger goal in mind. That also bleeds into your savings plan. You
Right,
know,
right.
I'm going to put this amount of money away. Okay, I'm not going to spend this. I want to put this up because I know by the end of the month I want to have that amount of money together. So stop procrastinating.
Yeah, that's a big one for all of us,
Yeah,
and we tend to, because I'm a list writer too, and I write a list every day. But sometimes the thing that I kind of don't want to do, I'll say, well, you know what, I can move that till tomorrow, and that's
and then
procrastinating.
it moves to the next day,
Yeah,
and the next day.
and now everyone who knows me know that I would have to say this one:
Uh-oh.
eat fewer calories. There are many reasons why most of us should set a resolution of eating fewer calories. The most obvious reason is to lose weight. After all, carrying excess weight puts us at a greater risk of a whole range of serious health problems, including heart disease, diabetes, and some cancers, even though we know that those that are of the right weight could also have these same issues. But if you have the extra weight, you have a higher propensity for them. With all the contradictory information out there on what to eat, sometimes it's hard to decide what to do when you want to lose weight. Keep things simple.
Yeah.
If you want to lose weight, eat less and move more. That's saying a whole lot, but I'm finding one of the best things to do is don't so much talk about it. Like, I'm on this plan, I'm on this plan, I'm on this plan.
Just
Do
do it.
it.
Do it.
Be about it.
That's it.
Okay?
That'll help. Um, Set aside an hour a day to achieve your dreams.
Mhm.
Stop telling yourself that you simply don't have the time to work on your dreams. Whatever your dreams are, whether it's to make more money, so you can redecorate your home or to play an instrument, have a positive impact on the world, and so on, whatever it is, you can accomplish those dreams by just setting aside 1 hour a day. And that definitely into playing instruments, that's definitely a thing. Set aside that time to practice and to focus on it. It's always good. So if you want things to happen, you have to be the person to make it happen. You want to be the person that if you want change, you have to be the person to make change happen. So
And I think that runs into a couple of these, because setting that hour aside,
mhm.
you can kind of set that hour aside not only to perfect whatever you're doing or whatever you plan to do. You can also do it for your hobbies, like you were
Yes.
mentioning, those who think they're vocalists.
Hmm.
If just imagine if they would practice even a half hour, 45 minutes a day.
Yeah.
I mean, just doing vocal exercises, doing scales, whatever, and also meditating. I think meditation is really, really good, and it drops down the stress levels.
Yeah.
But that's seriously, you really hit on something there. That's really important, and I agree with that totally. For those of you that have dreams of, I don't know, maybe you have a dream of being a musician, being
Yeah.
a pianist, being a guitarist, being a vocalist. It's critical, and you would know because that's what you do.
Yeah.
How many people who want to do that actually practice every day?
If you want to be good, you have to practice.
But do most people do that? Or do they wait right before they're getting ready to perform? Well, I better learn this song.
all the I'll put it like this: most of the good ones, they practice
Every day?
every day.
Wow.
They have
Okay.
to.
Okay.
Especially, I'll say sometimes the older you get, the more you have to practice. But
I agree.
or you practice different things. There's so many things to improve your technique. You can easily spend an hour practicing because there's so many other things to do other than just one thing. But the good ones, they practice at least 30 minutes a day.
I agree.
But they come to it every day. A day shouldn't go by where you're not honing your skill.
Your skills are gift.
Yes.
So for
Yes.
those of you who want to make this your best life, starting with this year going forward, if you have a hobby or something that you're doing, you heard it from Mr. Elliott. Practice and I'm guilty of it because I don't. Practice every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Carve out that time and practice every day. Another thing that I know Elliot loves doing this. Read more books.
Yes, I'll read a book on the way.
Reading opens up a whole new horizon. Reading is just, man, read more books. So many of us don't read. I know it used to be a joke that they would say, if you want to put something out and not have anybody know about it, just put it in print because nobody reads
Nobody can
anymore.
read. Right. Right. But
Reading is good.
yeah, it's very important. Um, let's see. All right. Another good one is be more conscientious. In
Hmm.
addition to being confident, you need to be conscientious. In fact, research shows that conscientiousness is the personality trait that is most often linked to success. You can start by being more punctual,
Mm.
becoming more organized, and being more thoughtful of others. Become more conscientious in the year that is to come. So we're in 2019. Becoming more conscientious is very important. um, that bleeds into being punctual. That bleeds into being organized, because when you're not on time, my mentor always taught me, if you're not on time, you don't really care about people, especially if, like, whether a part of the organization or you're over it. To be on time is to be early.
Right.
I
Right.
make it a practice, as with the exception of today, to be early. Most of the time, Janet knows I beat her here.
Why you gotta tell
Cause
that?
they know.
I'm on time
We
though.
you on time. I'm just saying I'll be here by 5:30. We
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
necessarily walk in until a quarter two, but I'm normally here early. That's just me. Um, I try to make it a habit to be early and on time for things, because if when you're on time and you're in place, that says you care, and you they that shows that you're focused on what you came to do. When you're organized, that means you've taken the time outside of whatever you're coming to put things in order, so you can be concise, and you can be right on top of stuff. Nothing irks me more as a musician to come to a rehearsal
Oh,
and nothing is organized. The people don't know what they're gonna play, they don't know what they're gonna sing, and you're trying to figure it out. That you're wasting time. And so again, you're not conscientious of other people and their time. You're not being respectful to other people and their time. So you want to be conscientious in 2019. It'll definitely be a help to you as well as to the people who you're being conscientious of.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Another thing that we can't get enough of is, you see mental illness at an all-time high, people getting depressed, people are stressed out.
Mhm.
We have to focus on being more grateful. I
Yes.
mean, just small things like
Yes.
thank you, whoever you want to thank. Be
Yeah.
more grateful.
Yeah.
If you haven't climbed aboard the gratitude bandwagon yet, this is the year to do it. Studies have shown that gratitude can make you 25% happier. Think about it for a second. You can be 25% happier simply by taking the time to count your blessings and think of all the good things in your life. And everyone has good things in their life. Just
Everyone.
being here, sitting here, breathing,
Yeah.
being in this, you have good things. Being grateful will also help you to overcome adversity, improve the quality of your sleep, and allow you to get along better with others. For this year, resolve to be more grateful. Another thing that I have to mention is, particularly for women and maybe men too. I don't know. You tell me if this is for men. If you want to do something or if you want to go somewhere, don't be afraid to go alone,
Mm.
because so many times we miss out on things, events and things that we really want to do because it's like, well, can't find anybody to go with, or my girlfriend's not available, or whatever. Don't be. Do men feel that way or no?
Some men do. They may not admit to it, but some
Okay.
men do. We do enjoy the camaraderie of the brotherhood. We like to hang out,
Hmm.
but sometimes we don't necessarily care to go by ourselves. Sometimes.
I think women feel like that too. We're kind of apprehensive about going by ourselves.
Yeah.
But you know what? If there's a place where you should go, don't be afraid. When you're conscientious, you have confidence, you're not procrastinating, you're doing all these other things.
Yeah.
If you want to go somewhere, put on your big girl clothes and go. Don't be afraid to go alone.
Yeah. Last year, this time, well, the end of 2017, as a matter of fact, um, I lost a good friend of mine. A few days before Christmas, because his birthday was on Christmas Day, he passed away like on the 21st. And I I needed to get out of town for a couple of days. I'm like, well, where do I need to go? I got in my car and I drove to Ohio to visit one of my good friends.
See, you just
By
went. You just
myself, just
did
got
it.
up and went.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
was so refreshing just to make that drive and just to, just be in the car by yourself, just driving and, just it felt good.
It feels liberating
It is.
when I because it's like, well, I can't get anybody to go with me, I'm not gonna go, but then I'm like, no, I'm going. When you put on your clothes and you go, it's really, it feels liberating. So
Yeah, and
just
up
do it.
until maybe like a couple of years ago, I had always been good about going out of town by myself. My mom be like, "You going all the way over there by yourself?" Yeah, I know people there. I'll call you when I.
But just like with me saying go alone, be conscientious and let people know where you're going and
Oh
where
well,
you're at.
yeah, like I
No, because I know a lot of people just
just get up
it's
and
like
go.
yeah.
No, you need to let people know. Like people knew I was going out of town. They knew where I was going. People, the people who when I go out of town, I would be like, "I'm coming to see you." So this is where I'm going to be. So and Facebook is a wonderful tool. So we was up, we flying over here. So it's
Yeah.
always so people always knew. But I've always been good about getting up and going places by myself.
Yep.
Just
Well, that I'm a little behind the eight ball. I'm just learning.
that's
We
okay.
we have a few comments and Mary Anderson. It's because the phones and Facebook has taken over. You're right with us, having that family time, being
Oh
together and
yeah,
all that.
yeah.
And Romaine said, "Speak the truth and live your best life," and that's what we're talking
That
about.
that is her statement.
That yep, live
That is her statement. I
ideas to
love it.
live your best life.
Yeah.
Cynthia, she is making me kind of nausea. Oh, I'm feeling a little
Oh,
sick.
stop
She put
it.
"Love you, Elliot."
I love you, Cynthia.
Oh, I can't talk about her too bad because she said she's going to send the book she got me for Christmas.
See,
Yes!
and you about to rail her all over
No,
Facebook.
because she's just Elliot, Elliot, Elliot.
Well, somebody gotta love me.
Okay. You know,
I can't help it that they love me.
and the very last item that we're going to say before we wrap it up today, and this is going to be our last Wednesday at 6 p.m. So
Yes.
next time, January 13th. January 13th.
January
when? At what time?
13th at 6 p.m.
That'll be our new showtime. But the last thing is get your documents in order.
Please.
As adults, we got to get our documents in order. This includes will, durable power of attorney, letter of instruction, and we mentioned insurance earlier. Get your life in order, and this can be the best year yet in all the years going forward. Wishing everyone that listens to the Voices of Change a happy, prosperous, spiritual, healthy new year. Elliot?
Same. I wish you all a wonderful new year. Let's make 2019 the best year of our life.
See you Sunday, January 13th at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Signing off.